So, there are plenty of guides about what to do right in Bridge, but what about what you're doing wrong? Today, I'm going to explain to you 5 things that you might still be doing wrong in Hypixel Bridge. This is kind of the sequel to the 5 easy tips to get better at Bridge video I made, so go check that out if you haven't already. Anyway, if you enjoy, please leave a like, but with that, here is the guide. So, first of all, we have red carpeting, which is my own unofficial term for aiding your opponent, especially by doing stuff like this, which is kind of like rolling out a carpet for your opponent, and hence the name, and therefore giving them free passage into your goal. This isn't the only form of red carpeting, but it's a pretty good example. Any situation where you end up walking backwards towards your base while your enemy is also approaching is generally a bad situation. If you're retreating, you're just giving the other player a free goal. Another thing people quite commonly do wrong is not looking where they're going. In quite a lot of my games, my opponent will just spam blocks under their feet and just run at me without looking at where I am. And while sometimes I'm kind of caught off guard by this because I can't believe they're that stupid, generally I'm just able to hit them off in one hit because they have no idea I'm there. Something you might be doing wrong is taking stupid races. Racing is basically when you and your opponent, rather than fighting, race to each other's goals, but a lot of Bridge players do this regardless of the chance of them actually scoring the goal. Essentially, if you're closer to your opponent's goal than they are to yours, you can probably win a race from that position. However, factors such as how easy it is for you to actually get there also need to be factored in, and so knowing when to race and when not to does take a lot of experience and practice, but it's a very useful skill to have. Quitting partway through a game is something else that is way too common in Bridge. So recently I played 100 games of Bridge, and you can check that video out here. And so out of those 100 games, 53 of my opponents disconnected. Now I understand the rationale behind this, because generally it's clear if you're going to lose a game. However, you're never going to get any better if you don't try to win, so generally the best thing to do is just to play the whole game and try to win. Even if you don't score any goals, playing out an entire game gives you the experience of fighting someone better than you at multiple points in a game, which in the long run will help you win games. Finally, we have Hippoing, which is the official Bridge term meaning blocking up the entrances to your goal. I see a ridiculous number of people hippoing but still letting in goals because they have no idea how to defend. Hippos are essentially useless if you can't defend them, and in most games are not needed and will usually just elongate the games unnecessarily. Some maps are kind of exempt to this rule because of how easy and necessary it is to hippo on them, such as Mr. Cheesy, Urban and Lighthouse. The only other time you should hippo is when you might as well, like if you're coming out of your goal room after killing your opponent. Other than that, hippos are completely unnecessary in non-competitive Bridge. Well, that's going to do it for this guide, so, as I say, go check out my previous video like this if you haven't already, although it's been absolutely popping off for the last couple of months, so chances are you've probably seen it. But anyway, I think that's about everything, so if you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you loved it even more than that, make sure to subscribe. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, so thank you for watching. Bye. They get weirder and weirder, I swear, God.